All right. So if you're in here and you have fifth period, I need you to look this way. So the notes we doing, I put the notes in Canvas, okay? So you can copy it from there, but I want you to pay attention to what I'm doing now. So we're talking about adding and subtracting decimals. That's like if you went to the store and you give them a $5 bill and they give you your change back. Say you buy something for $3, you get $2 back, right? But essentially that's 5 minus 3, you get $2 returned to you, right? Well, what about, because we know here in America we pay taxes and, things are not always an even dollar amount. So what we're learning today is when it's not $5, maybe it's you have $5, but the item that you're purchasing, maybe it's $3.22. That's what we're learning. Does that make sense? Yeah. Or if we talked about looking at it from an addition perspective, if we had, in my bank account, I got $14.20, and then in Cameron's bank account, he has $5.33, we could combine our totals. That's what adding and subtracting decimals is, okay? Now, of course, it's used way beyond money, but I just want you to think because you've probably already been doing this. How many people here ever purchased something and got some change back? Okay, so you've already been doing it. You're just now going to get a logical process to go behind how you do it. So, it's very easy process. The first thing you're going to do is align the decimals. The second thing you're going to do is put zeros as placeholders. And then the third thing that you're going to do is just do it, right? Just solve the problem. All right. So, let's just say our example problem is going to be our first example. All right? With addition. Say if somebody said 4 plus 68/100ths. And I'm saying it with the THS at the end, right? Because it's behind the decimal. So first thing we got to do is align the decimals. Well, one thing we know, a whole number has a decimal at the end. Almost like when you end a sentence, it has the period. Because this could be 4, or other ways I could write 4. That would still be 4. This would still be 4. Because the zeros behind the decimals doesn't change the actual number, right? So if it's by itself, we just add the decimal in right behind it. So now this would look like 4 decimal. Okay? Our next term is, here's a decimal. We're going to make sure those decimals are aligned with each other. And then the 6 and the 8 is behind it. Is everybody following so far? All right. Here's my equation, and it said to add. So I've just completed step 1. Does everybody see that? Yes. All right, step 2 says put zeros as placeholders. Now, I use a very simple theory. Is there a number at the top, a number at the bottom? If you say no, add a 0. If there's a number at the top and there's a number at the bottom, move over, okay? So here, is there a number at the top and a number at the bottom? No, so we do what?
Add a 0.
Add a 0. Number at the top, number at the bottom?
No.
So do what?
Add a 0.
Number at the top, number at the bottom? No, it's empty. So what do we do?
Add a 0.
Add a 0. Y'all see that?
Yes.
Now, I'm going to talk money to you, because I want you to realize what's happening. That's like $4 plus 68 cents, right? Yes. So if I gave you $4 and then I gave you 68 cents, how much money would you have? $4.68. What did you do? You just added them together. That's step 3. You solved it. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
And we bring that decimal down. So when we align the decimal, we're aligning it in our actual equation, and we're bringing it down in the answer. Is that making sense?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Let's look at subtraction. Your example 2. 5.75 hundredths minus 0.003 or 3 thousandths. And I know I'm talking with a mask on, but y'all know when we behind the decimal, we're talking the THS at the end, right?
Yes.
Cool. So first thing, what's step 1? What do we have to do? Line them up, right? Align the decimals. So I see the decimals here. 5, 7, 5. I put that other decimal here, right?
Yes.
Numbers are before or after? After. So 0, 0, 3. And it's a subtraction problem. I just rewrote the problem, right? Step 1, done. Step 2, it says put zeros as placeholders. What do we talk about? 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. If I say no,
Add a 0.
add a 0. If I say yes, move.
Over.
All right. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom? No. So I'm going to do what?
Add a 0.
1 at the top, 1 at the bottom?
Yes.
1 at the top, 1 at the bottom?
Yes.
1 at the top, 1 at the bottom?
No.
Do what?
Add a 0.
Good job. So now I'm at step 3. Just solve it. Get to the bottom of this problem. Well, we do know 0 minus 3 I can't do. So think elementary school. What do we have to do?
Move over and regroup.
Regroup, borrow, right? Remember those words they taught you? So 5 turns into 4 because it's 1 down.
And 0.
So 10 minus 3 is 7. What's 4 minus 0?
4.
7 minus 0.
7.
I ran into a decimal. What do I do with it?
Put
Just bring it on down, right?
Yeah.
Because that's a part of our alignment. We're aligning them here. And then 5 minus 0?
5.
Does everybody see what we just did?
Yes.
So 3-step process when you are adding or subtracting with decimals. You're going to align the decimals, put your zeros as placeholders, and then the third one, solve it. Just do the problem. Any questions? All right, the notes are also in Canvas. There's a quizzes. Notice that the quizzes is by period. So please make sure you select your correct class period and put your name in. First and last name. Everybody got it?
Yes.
All right, cool.